Riyasat, the mesoderm is the source from where we have the development of our vertebral bodies and all when they join together, so we have the vertebral column. So the vertebrae, they are formed from the somites. What is somites? The somites, these are the cuboid structures, and they can initially they are scattered, then they arrange itself, and thus it consists of this is the three parts. Outer one is would be forming the dermal layer of the skin, so that is called the dermatome. Lying underneath this, we would having the muscle, so this is called the myotome. These two structures are jointly called derma-myotome. While this bluish one, it is responsible for the formation of the bony structure of the our vertebral column, so they are called the sclerotome. So each somites consists of three parts. Externally, we have the dermatome. Underneath, we have the myotome, responsible for muscle formation, and we have the innermost layer, which is called the sclerotome. Now, the sclerotome, they here you can see there in the initial stage, then in this cuboid structure, we have a space, this white area. So here we have dermatome, we have the myotome, and internally we have the sclerotome. Now you see that this is the neural tube, this is the notochord. So they will surround these both these structure, because as we discussed in the beginning, so this neural tube, it will form the spinal cord in the vertebral column, and this the sclerotome which cover this, they will be forming the arch of the vertebra. While this notochord, if you remember in the third week, we also discussed this, that it will form only the nucleus pulposus. Now, what are the various stages in the formation of the vertebral column or development of the vertebral column? So it consists first, we have mesenchymal vertebral column, and that is in the beginning of the fourth week, and you know that what are mesenchymal cells, that they have the capability that they will form any structure for which they are destined or they are commanded. So here you see, this is the migration of the sclerotome. As in the previous slide, we said that we have the derma-myotome, which will form, this is the muscle portion, this is the dermal portion of the skin, and these are the scattered sclerotome cells. Now these cells are going to support, to arrange themselves around the neural tube as well as the notochord. Here, they are progressively advancing toward their mature form. So here they are scattered. Here now they are slightly collected or have condensed. And now in this slide, you see they are covering the neural tube and as well as the notochord from each side, because the vertebra, you should remember, it is formed not only by one structure but half from left side and half from the right side, and that is why one of the congenital anomalies come across is the hemivertebra, meaning that the respective side sclerotome has failed to form the vertebral body in the respective other parts of that vertebra. Now, so we have the first stage represented by that is notochord. Second stage, sclerotome surround the notochord. Formation of the vertebral body from upper one of the sclerotome and lower half of the previous one. So here we have a slide that each sclerotome is of the respective vertebra, which will be developed from that later on, consists of two parts. A cranial portion, they are loosely lying cells. उसके जो सेल होते हैं वो काफी फासले पे होते हैं, and half of the same would be condensed. So the portion which lies caudally, so it will proceed toward the next vertebral caudal portion, and thus they will fuse together and we will get a vertebra which is actually developed from two respective sclerotome. मिसाल के तौर पर T12 का जो वर्टेब्रा है तो ये मतलब 11 और 12 से बनता है. इसी 10 जो है वो मतलब एक वर्टेब्रा आगे से हाफ और हाफ पीछे से. Third stage, the transformation of the mesenchymal bodies into cartilaginous bodies. हमेशा के लिए what we have a bony structure, so it passes through these stages. First, the cell arranged in cell, that is the mesenchymatous stage. Then there will be cartilage formation, cartilaginous stage, and then finally that would be converted into the bone. So the same process is repeated here. So again, this is the what they call a different differentiation of somites into three parts, which I have already discussed with you. Now here you can see that how the vertebra is formed. So this vertebra, you see, it is not only from one side or from the that is from all around the notochord it formed. So it will surround the notochord from posterior side, from lateral side on both. That is right, left sides, in the center posteriorly as well as interiorly. So it will complete the body as well as the arch of the vertebra. So here you see these are the notochord. On the side we have the myotome, and now the myotome, if you look, it is at the center of this newly formed vertebra, because half of this have migrated from the upper one and half from the lower one. Thus we have the complete vertebra formation. So this is the mesenchymatous stage. So we have dorsal process, we have lateral process, and we have the costal process, and they are important especially in the thoracic area because they will develop there, and thus they will give rise to the ribs, which is one of the subtopics, that is vertebra and the ribs embryology for today. And posteriorly it would having the anterior side. Interiorly it will form the body or a centrum, and posteriorly it will form the archa, and in the center we would be having the vertebral canal, and the structure from the nervous tissue would be lying here, the spinal cord. Sclerotome segmentation. Each segment differentiated into cephalic, less condensed part, and caudal, more condensed part, as I told you that in here you see this is behaving interiorly less condensed, while a posteriorly will be more condensed, and thus they will join together and they will give rise to vertebral disc or the vertebral disc is formed. Densely packed cells move cranially to the middle part of each segment. वो जो अभी उन्होंने बताया ना कि हर वर्टिब्रा का ऊपर वाला हिस्सा जो होगा that will be less condensed. The cell will be lying at a bit space from each other, while the caudal portion of the same sclerotome that will be tightly packed. So from this tightly packed cell, some of the cell densely packed cell move cranially to the middle part of each segment and form the peripheral part, और वो दरमियान में क्या है, नोटोकार्ड है, तो पेरिफेरी पे हमारा बनेगा एनुलस फाइब्रोसिस. Enclosed notocard expands and undergo mucoid degeneration and form the central part of the nucleus pulposus. Body of the vertebra. Caudal remain part of fuse with the cephalic part of the adjacent to form the mesenchymal centrum. Notocard degenerate and disappear when surrounded by the vertebral body. ये जो है बॉडी में ये तो डिजेनरेट हुआ, लेकिन अभी दरमियान में वो जो हमारा इंटरवर्टिब्रल डिस्क बनेगा तो उसके मैकेनिज्म जो है वो development of the neural arch. Sclerotomic tissue migrate backward from the both sides of the centrum and surround the neural tube. If you remember that in the third week when folding has not occurred, so the baby has a flattened structure. So from the ectodermal layer, we have the surface ectoderm. Underneath, we have the neural ectoderm, from which we have the neural tube formation. So these, and on the ventral side, we have the notocard. So regarding that, they say that the sclerotomic tissue migrate backward from the both sides of the centrum and surround neural tube. वो डेफिनेटली न्यूरल ट्यूब डर्सली लाई करता है, ठीक है. न्यूरल स्पाइन फॉर्म्स एट द मीटिंग पॉइंट ऑफ द न्यूरल आर्च. न्यूरल स्पाइन जो होता है वो न्यूरल आर्च का मतलब आधा एक तरफ से आधे दूसरे साइड से वो जो न्यूरल आर्च बना देगा. स्क्लेरोटोमिक टिश्यू also extends laterally from both sides of the centrum to form two processes. Sclerotomic tissue also extends laterally from both sides of the centrum body को बोलते हैं, of the vertebra. Form two processes. एक costal process बनाएगा ventrally और dorsally transverse process बनाएगा. Typical vertebra मैंने आपको बताया कि it has a body, it has a costal process, or it has the transverse process. So here the sclerotomic tissue, it extends laterally. क्योंकि बॉडी तो दरमियान में आ गया, अभी दोनों साइड पे इसके वो बनाने, तो आधा एक तरफ का होगा, आधा दूसरे तरफ का, तो दोनों से मतलब ventrally we would be having the costal process, which is imparted in the case of the thoracic vertebra. Stages of formation of the cartilaginous vertebra. उसमें ये it happen in the 6th week of development. So two centers of quantification in each centrum appears fused together at the end of the embryonic period, week 8, form cartilaginous centrum. Then centers of the quantification appear in the neural arches and fuse on each side, each other and with the centrum. मतलब ये वो जो के वो जो neural arch के हैं, so they will fuse with the body to complete this cartilaginous vertebra. Chondrification spreads until a cartilaginous vertebral column is formed. Stages of ossification. First we have the chondrification, then we have ossification. So ossification intracartilaginous है और intramembranous है. Primary ossification center and secondary ossification center. Time of development at the end of the 8th week. So we have 3 ossification centers are present by the end of the embryonic period. One in the centrum, one in the neural arch. ठीक है? तो centrum तो body तो एक है और मतलब है कि the 3 ossification centers appear in the embryonic period. Bony half of vertebral arch fuse together during the first 3 to 5 years. अभी इस पे मतलब इसकी clinical importance क्या है कि you can what they call can guess the age of the baby, that it is between 3 to 5 years if the bony vertebral arches have fused together. The arches articulate with the body, centrum with the body. The arches articulate with the centrum at the cartilaginous neurocentral joints. These joints disappear when the vertebral arches fuses with the centrum during the 3rd to 6th years. Secondary ossification time शुरू में तो वो 3 थे, अभी जो 5 हो जाएंगे. Time of development after puberty, the 5 secondary ossification centers appear. One for the tip of the spinous process, tip of each transverse process, superior rim and inferior rim. Fate of the notochord. Notochord का मतलब है कि क्या होगा? Cranial part merge with the basilar part of the occipital bone and posterior part of the body. A notochord located in the vertebra undergo degeneration, disappear. The ones located between मतलब ये जो दो स्क्लेरोटोम के दरमियान उसके बारे में कह रहे हैं. Undergo mucoid degeneration and form the nucleus pulposus. दूसरा nucleus is nucleus fibrosis. Fate of the costal process. Yes, I told you that the costal process is important, especially in the case of the thoracic vertebrae. Costal process results from the ventrolateral outgrowth of the caudal denser half of the sclerotome. सर शुरू में इन्होंने बताया कि each sclerotome consists of 2 parts. Cranial one that is loosely arranged, while the caudally one that is densely arranged. So costal process results from the ventrolateral outgrowth of the caudal denser half of a sclerotome. In the cervical region, form the interior and the lateral boundary of the foramen transversum. ये मतलब है foramen transversum is the identification point of the cervical vertebrae. In the thoracic region, it is imparted because it forms the ribs. Lumbar may fuse with the transverse process. Upper sacral region unite to form the interior portion of the ala of the sacrum. Sacrum आपको बताया कि मतलब उसके जो wing जैसे होते हैं उसको ala बोलते हैं और बाकी especially we are interested in the thoracic because here it forms the ribs. अभी वर्टिब्रल कॉलम की कंजेनिटल या डेवलपमेंटल एबनॉर्मेलिटीज क्या होते हैं? स्पाइना बाइफिडा, incomplete fusion of half of the vertebral arches results in the midline defect. तो उसमें क्या होगा कि डिपेंड्स अपॉन, और ये यूजुअली लंबोसेक्रल रीजन में होता है और सर्वाइकल में भी बाद मर्तबा होता है, लेकिन इट इज वेरी वेरी रेयर, while it is more common in the lumbar and the sacral vertebrae. So what will happen? So depending upon the arch, so we would be having the different content of that protruding outwards. बाद मर्तबा ये होता है कि सिर्फ गैप होगा, लेकिन कोई मेनिंजीज, कोई फ्लूइड इंट्राक्रेनियल वो फ्लूइड होगा, या जो दूसरे नर्वस टिश्यू है वो आगे प्रोट्रूड नहीं करेंगे, उसको अकल्टा बोलते हैं। फिर वो मतलब it depend upon the severity of the defect. So we would be having the various structures which are protruding to that space. क्योंकि हमारा जो वर्टेब्रल वो स्पाइनल कार्ड है, तो वो तो उसमें मतलब एक कन्फाइंड होता है। जब उसके लिए स्पेस पैदा हो जाएगा, जरूरी बात है कि वो जो कंटेंट है वो उससे प्रोट्रूड या बाहर निकलेंगे। ठीक है, इसमें भी जो है hemivertebra, as I have already told you that each of the vertebra is formed half from one side, half from the other side. So if one side fail, so that side will be defective, and half vertebra we would be having, which is called the hemivertebra. And what will happen? Definitely the nervous tissue would be affected on that side. So, and the other anomalies is that part of the sacrum will go to the lumbar, or the lumbar area will be joining abnormally to the sacrum. So if lumbralization of the spinal cord, क्या मतलब है कि part of the sacrum is fused with the lumbar vertebrae, ठीक है, and the reverse will be sacralization, that is, so here the number of the lumbar vertebrae, that would be 6. Then we have kyphosis, वो जो कुबड़ापन बोलते हैं रोज, तो that is again we have the abnormal curvature of the spinal cord. You know that we have two initial and then two secondary curvature of the spinal the vertebral column. Now, diaphragm. So what is the diaphragm? The diaphragm is the partition between the thoracic and the sagore. So it is the partition between the abdominal cavity and the abdominal cavity and the thoracic cavity. So it is musculotendinous that you see it here at the periphery. It is muscle. In the center, we have this white structure, that is the tendon. Here we have its our leg-like attachment. They are called the crura, and we have two, one on left side, other on the right side. So now the diaphragm, how the diaphragm is formed. Actually, the diaphragm is developed from 4 sources, and it is the partition between the thoracic cavity and the abdominal cavity. And this consists of developmentally 4 parts: from the anterior side, from forming the posterior side, and forming the lateral side. So we have the septum transversum, and then we have which is what they call forming the anterolateral, which close the anterolateral opening between the thoracic and the abdominal cavity. Then we have on the side, we have the pleural membrane, which will close the opening from the sides. मतलब है एक बैरल शेप आप ले लें तो उसका मतलब है ऊपर और नीचे ऐसा एक जैसा है। अब हम इसको डिवाइड करते हैं, जब डिवाइड करेंगे तो मतलब जरूरी बात है कि इस तरह पूरे का पूरा कोई हम गोल का काट दे और उसमें के नीचे डाल दे तो ऊपर और नीचे हिस्सा अलग हो जाएगा, लेकिन यहाँ पर एक नहीं है। दिस rounded partition is formed by four sources. One is the septum transversum on the side pleuroperitoneal membrane on the lateral thoracic wall, जो मतलब ये जो है इनके इनसाइड होते हैं, बाहर साइड से हमारे lateral thoracic wall, because this pleuroperitoneal membrane is actually these are formed from the pleuroperitoneal folds, and we have dorsal mesentery of the esophagus. Esophagus जो है ये मतलब है लाई करते हैं तो उसके पीछे ये जो मेजेंट्री है तो वो it joins with this septum transversum as well as from the side these pleuroperitoneal membrane join with that, and thus we have the complete partition between abdominal cavity and thoracic cavity with opening for some structure which are coming down from the thoracic cage to the abdominal cavity, and some would be going up. So we have these three main what they call opening, and we have also small opening. We will inshallah discuss that later on. So the three one we have the biggest, the inferior vena cava you see here, this one. Then we have esophageal opening, and finally on the most posteriorly we have the aorta. Now the diaphragm, how does it develop? So it is developed by the septum transversum. What is septum transversum? It is a mesenchymatous or this mesodermal block which extend from the pericardial cavity to the umbilicus, and it extends both posteriorly as well as on the lateral side. So it lies firstly in front of the neck and forms the central tendon. But with the passage of development of the embryo, it is descended, and that's why as it lies in the cervical area, so the cervical myotome मतलब है वो जो कि अभी हमने कहा कि ये जो सोमाइट्स हैं, सोमाइट्स के दो हिस्से होते हैं, ठीक है। बार वी हैव डर्माटोम एंड इट इज लाइन बाय, या उसके नीचे जो है वी हैव द मायोटोम। तो इन द सर्वाइकल एरिया द part of the somite which would be forming the muscle of that area, they are called the cervical myotome, and form the muscular part around the central tendon and supplied by the phrenic nerve. अभी मतलब है कि फ्रेनिक नर्व जो है वो वहाँ पर मतलब है C345 का है और ये नीचे जाकर हमारे एब्डोमेन तक पहुँच जाता है। हाउ इट रीचेस? It is due to the fact that the septum transfer, what they call the developing diaphragm in the cervical area in the beginning, but later on due to the descent of and the caudal portion growth of the fetus, so it is descended downwards. Pleuroperitoneal membrane form the posterolateral part of the diaphragm. ये क्या है कि pleuroperitoneal membrane, these are initially in the form of small extension of the lateral body wall into the pleuroperitoneal canal, which communicate the pericardial cavity with the peritoneal cavity. The name indicates. So they are called pleuroperitoneal canal. Pleuro for the pleural membrane, for the pleura cavity formation, pleura, and चूंकि उसके साइड पे आते हैं, so pertaining to that relation, these folds of the mesenchyma, initially they are fold, then they become membranous, and thus they are called the pleuroperitoneal membrane. And then we have the mesoesophagus. All the structures in the abdomen, they are attached both to the abdominal wall, both intero-posteriorly, but in the up to the duodenum, the interior mesogastrium or mesentery is retained, while the remaining interiorly disappear. So in the case of the esophagus, so it has its mesentery. So that mesentery will also join with the septum transversum interiorly and on the side with the pleuroperitoneal membrane, and thus will complete the partition. Mesoderm of the thoracic wall form periphery of the diaphragm. जो lateral body wall है, whenever we have the extension of the developing the developing lung into the mesenchyma of the pleuroperitoneal canal, so this splits that into two. Medial side पे आपका ये pleuroperitoneal membrane बनेगा, और जो क्या कहते हैं लेटरल साइड पे ये बड़ी वाल बनाए गए, इसलिए वो कहते हैं कि mesoderm of the thoracic wall form the periphery of the diaphragm, और mesoderm around the aorta form the crura. वो पिछले डायग्राम में मैं आपको बताया कि there are leaf shaped structure which are called the crura, one on each side, so they are called the left right crura of the diaphragm, and they are derived from the mesoderm of the aorta. So here they have shown what they call that, how we have this is the especially this is for this canal. Here we have the pleuroperitoneal membrane, which separates the pericardial cavity from the pleural cavity, and this pleural cavity, which later on will expand, will accommodate the developing lung, and thus this is separated from the future peritoneal peritoneal cavity, जो हमारे मतलब पेरिटोनियम बना देगा या एब्डोमिनल कैविटी हमारी बनेगी. So it is separated from that. So here these are the various structures which are forming our diaphragm. So this is the posterior side, this is the anterior side. Interiorly we have the septum transversum, and on the side we have the pleuroperitoneal membrane, and definitely they will be joining with the esophageal, what they call mesentery. The mesentery of the esophagus, so it will join on both sides to the pleuroperitoneal. ये जो आपको मतलब ब्लिश नजर आ रहा है, ठीक है, और ये जो esophagus है, and it has its own both interior and posterior mesentery, so it will complete the partition between thoracic cavity and the abdominal cavity. What are the congenital anomalies of the diaphragm? So we have one to failure formation of the pleuroperitoneal membrane. वो जो के साइड पे बनेगा, तो मतलब है इसको बुश-डेलिक वो हर्निया कहते हैं. साइड पे फिर you should consider on right side पे what would we be having the structure, and on the left side, so whenever it is incomplete partition, so the respective organ may be seen in the thoracic cavity. Esophageal hiatus hernia due to the wide esophageal opening or short esophagus. Esophagus जो है वो जब abdominal cavity में आता है, definitely passes through the diaphragm.
उस 15 मिनट्स पर कवर कोई सर का ना दो माइक स्कूला दी का ना सिर्फ फॉर द रस हु हैव क्वेश्चंस ओके दो बाबा द माइक माने फॉर द पोस्ट कॉल
हाँ dapat dia left minute apa semua tu pakai data pakai dalam operation. Then we have esophageal hiatus hernia due to the wide esophageal opening or short esophagus. As the esophagus passes through diaphragm, so if the opening is large, definitely when there is increased intra-abdominal pressure, so it will push the portion of the esophagus which normally lies in the abdomen, so it will go up to the thorax, and thus the heartburn and these problems the patient may face. और या ये होगा कि एसोफेगस नॉर्मली लेंथ इसकी कम होगी तो फिर भी वही ओपनिंग जो है वो मतलब एक खुला रहेगा, and thus the abdominal content of the stomach may enter the esophagus lower end and producing the dysphagia or difficulty. Then parasternal hernia, उसको parasternal बल्कि it should be retrosternal. मोरगोंगी वो जो है उसको वो हर्निया बोलते हैं. Wide gap between the central and the costal origin of the diaphragm. और वो क्या है कि वो हमने कहा कि जो मेनली सेप्टम ट्रांसवर्सम है वो चूंकि इंटीरियर साइड से पीछे जाता है, तो if it is defective, so we would have Mergengi of hernia. Okay. So here, this is the diaphragm, this is the muscular part, this is what they call, we have the tendinous part, these are, we have the various opening, main opening, inferior vena cava, esophageal opening, and then we have the aortic opening for aorta, and these are the crura, right and left crura of the diaphragm. So these are what they are called the various level at which you have the opening in the diaphragm. So here you see this is the T8. So here we have the opening for the inferior vena cava. Then at 10 we have the esophagus, and then at 12 we have the aortic opening. So these things have clinical importance in the sense that if the person has having any trauma, sharp or blunt in this area, so you should think of the structure which is going to be affected. For example, at thoracic 10 level, we would be having problem of the esophagus. At 8, inferior vena cava may be involved, and the person may what's the calmeda even if it is a rupture, because there will be severe bleeding like while here. So we have caval opening, meaning inferior vena cava, esophageal opening, and aortic opening. These are the three main opening in the diaphragm. And minor opening may do aperture in right crus or lesser aperture in the left crust and under the medial lumbocostal arches, under the lateral lumbocostal arches, formation of the Morgagni hernia. उन्होंने बताया था ना कि पैरास्टर्नल, तो रिट्रोस्टर्नल और पैरास्टर्नल, ये जो है उन्होंने जिस तरह बताया, ये लेसर अपर्चर अगर एबनॉर्मल हो जाए, then we would be having the various hernia. So if there is any irritation, peripheral or central है कफ, तो मतलब है कि ये जो सेंट्रल है तो वो तो आपके जो नर्वस टिश्यू को अफेक्ट करेंगे, यूरीमिया है या दूसरी चीजें हैं, और पेरिफेरली आमतौर पर डिस्पेप्सिया की वजह से होगा। शोल्डर टिप पेन, क्योंकि वहाँ की जो नर्व सप्लाई उन्होंने जब भी बताया कि फ्रेनिक नर्व है, आप उसके रूट से यू शुड लुक और ब्रेकियल प्लेक्सस में आपको याद होगा कि कौन कौन सी नर्व्स ये जो है C3, 4, 5 से निकलती है, तो उनके साथ इसका रिलेशन की वजह से the person may be having or feeling the pain of the diaphragm in this area. Unilateral paralysis of the diaphragm, अभी जो है उसमें ये होगा कि जो वो साइड शायद पैरालाइज हो, तो आप जब वो मतलब स्क्रीन पे उनका रिस्पिरेशन देखेंगे तो there will be abnormal movement of the diaphragm on the both side. Evitation का मतलब ये होता है कि डायफ्राम बजाय नीचे आने के ऊपर निकल जाता है इंस्पायरेशन में, और डायफ्रामेटिक हर्निया भी उन्होंने बताया कि कंजेनिटल है, बाकी एक्वायर्ड जो है वो सर्जिकल है, ट्रामेटिक है, और साथ जो दूसरा उसका क्या बोलते हैं कि ट्रामा है या कोई ट्यूमर है, ये तो ये मुख्तलिफ जो है वो एक्वायर्ड में आ जाएंगे। अभी कंजेनिटल जो है क्या होता है, वन ऑफ द फेलियर ऑफ द फॉर्मेशन द प्लूरोपेरिटोनियल मेम्ब्रेन, एसोफेजियल का पहले वो स्लाइड में उन्होंने बताया। सो नॉर्मली ये अगर हम देखें तो एब्डोमेन, this abdomen, this is the esophagus, this is esophageal opening, this is the diaphragm. Whenever there is either short esophagus or there is abnormal large opening for the esophagus, so the contents you can see lying in the lower end of the esophagus को hiatal hernia बोलते हैं। So now ये इसके मुख्तलिफ पोजीशन है, ठीक है, ये साइड पे है, ये जो है आगे उसका इंटीरियर है और ये भी साइड पे है, ठीक है। सेंट्रल हर्निया है, ये जो है इंटीरियर हर्निया, सेंट्रल और इंटीरियर हर्निया, ये उसके मुख्तलिफ कंजेनिटल वो है। पोस्टीरियर हर्निया, अच्छा, फिर ये दूसरा जो है ये निचला डायग्राम पे ये वाला पैरा एसोफेजियल हाइएटस हर्निया। एसोफेगस वो जो है दैट इज एट द नॉर्मल पोजीशन बट ड्यू टू द लार्ज स्पेस what they call the portion where the esophagus enters or the cardiac end of the stomach will protrude through that opening, and they in the X-ray you may get a balloon shaped ear space above the diaphragm, so you should think of this type of the hernia. So in this Bush-Delic hernia में उन्होंने बताया था ना कि साइड पे होते हैं, if you look, so the intestines are lying in the thoracic cavity. Likewise, the liver is also lying in the thoracic cavity. Then acquired hernia, traumatic hernia है वो तो similarly ये भी है. So repetition is that Diaphragm develops between 4th and 8th week of gestation. Clinical anatomy, musculotendinous membrane, central tendinous, peripheral muscular, चाहिए तो बस. So that was about the, what they call, development of the vertebra. So the vertebra develops from the sclerotome. What are the sclerotome? These are the segmentation of the mesoderm. And the mesoderm, if you remember your third week of development, on the side of the notochord, the mesoderm is divided from center to the periphery into three segments or subdivision. One which is lying just at the side of the notochord, that is called the paraxial mesoderm. Then we have adjacent to that intermediate mesoderm. So the paraxial mesoderm is important in the development of the vertebral column, and thus each one is cuboidal. In the beginning there is opening, but that is, or they closed up, and thus each block is divided into superior lateral and inferior medial part. The superior lateral part is called the dermomyotome. That is, that part of the somoid will form the dermal layer of the skin, while the myotomal a portion will form the muscular part of that respective site along the vertebral column. Then the sclerotome, they are scattered initially. Later on, what happens? They condense it, and from both sides. So ventrally, they cover the notochord. Dorsally, it covers the neural tube. The ventrally lying portion of the sclerotome will form the body, will form the transverse process, while that which lies on the posterior aspect, the condensation of these will form the vertebral arch. And the vertebral arch, and thus the each sclerotome is having interior portion which is what they call loosely arranged, while the caudal portion is tightly or densely arranged. So the densely arranged caudal portion, some of the cells extend rostrally to cover the notochord, and it is for the future formation of the intervertebral disc. Because the intervertebral disc, as the name indicates, it lies in between the two vertebrae, while the myotome is extending or expanding on the respective two vertebrae. So, in the diagram as we have shown, so this muscle will be capable to move the vertebral column, one piece for both two vertebrae. Now, the congenital anomalies is concerned with the what they call the maturation. Depend, first we have mesenchymatous structure, then we have chondrification, that is formation of the cartilaginous vertebral column, and then we have the ossification, that chondrocytes that will be replaced by osteocytes, and thus we have the bony vertebral column. Initially, we have 3 center, and finally we have 5 center of the ossification. Then congenital anomalies of the vertebral column is what they call it is having the defect of arch formation. So when the arch is incomplete, so according to its incompleteness, we would be having the protuberance of मतलब है ना कि जितना गैप होगा उसके मुताबिक जो कि हमारा स्पाइनल कार्ड है उसके गर्द मेनिंजेस है और उसके दरमियान जो फ्लूइड है डेट विल बी प्रोट्रूडिंग वो बाहर निकलेंगे ठीक है तो बाद मरतबा ये होता है कि गैप होता है लेकिन वो इतना मतलब काफी खुला नहीं होता है कि हमारे ये जो स्पाइनल कार्ड है या उसके वो जो क्या बोलते हैं उसके मेनिंजेस है या फ्लूइड है वो सब बाहर निकल जाए तो इस वजह से उसको स्पाइना बाइफिडा अकल्टा क्या मतलब है कि डिफेक्ट तो है लेकिन इसने इसको छुपाया है वो जो इसके आगे कंसिक्वेंस है और बाकी जो है हेमीवर्टेब्रा है और ये जो है lumbralization है या sacralization है these are the congenital anomalies. The second one is the formation of the rib. The rib formation is simple. This is the transverse process in the various vertebrae perform various structure. But in the case of this thoracic vertebrae, that extend and grows much more than the remaining vertebral column. And here, thus we have the formation of our ribs. And then we are having the diaphragm. So the diaphragm is developed from four sources. One is the central, interiorly, interolateral, you can say that is septum transversum. On the laterals are the pleural membrane. On the posterior intero, the gap is filled by the mesentery of the esophagus. And the congenital anomalies concerned with the failure of the respective parts of the embryological portion of the diaphragm. So it may be retrosternal or lateral on the lateral side of the sternum, parasternal, or it would be having the posterior defects, or on the lateral side is a diagram I shown to you that the content of the abdomen may be extend into the thoracic cavity, and if it is in the initial stages of development, so what will happen and what you should think of? In the in the thorax, we have the pleural cavity. And what is the structure developing there? That is the lung. So the lung would be hypoplastic if it is on both sides and the lungs have not developed to the extent of by which a baby can survive. So it will be fatal. Otherwise, it may be compensated if it is minor type of the defects, and thus they will what they call surgically they will repair. अभी आपका कोई सवाल हो तो बिस्मिल्लाह. Any question?